D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can read it for yourself, or you can just listen to this video where I'm going to read it to you. Before we get started, though, I also want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started? So for my first story this week, all right, you guys, so we've got another wrestler joining the MCU, and I'm going to read through this article, and this comes from Collider. Now, this happened earlier this week. I believe it happened on Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember exactly. But I thought it was interesting. You know, I'm not a huge wrestling fan. Like, I don't follow it an overwhelming amount. I mean, I did, you know, a little while ago when I was younger. But I do know who people are when people mention stuff, because I do kind of like, you know, watch it. It's entertaining. So there was some set videos and photos, and I'm playing the video right now, but so it looks okay. Another beloved WWE wrestler has joined the MCU in Captain America 4. It says Seth Rollins has entered the ring for Captain America 4, and that's Seth Rollins right there. I don't know if he's won that belt of theirs. Oh, this stupid video is going to start playing. So it says filming of the new Captain America. Hold on, let me just Captain America. Hold on, guys. There we go. Okay. Filming of the new Captain America movie has been going on at full speed for almost a month now, which means that we'll get regular updates until it's time to finally see it on the big screen. Of course, if it was up to Marvel, they'd keep it all under wraps. But at this point, it's virtually impossible to keep all MCU secrets, especially when filming out in the open, as they are doing now in Georgia. And so that's like, usually when people like myself, I don't like to cover stuff unless it's been filmed outside, because then it's just public. So people like myself can cover it without, you know, Disney and Marvel coming after you kind of thing. So this was all filmed outside, and the pictures were taken outside and everything. It says the first batch of set photos and videos revealed one cast member that hasn't been officially announced. WWE champion Seth Rollins is on set in character. Popularly known as Seth freaking Rollins, the wrestler is one of the most popular fighters in modern WWE. As you probably can imagine, his skills on and off the ring are an asset to a big budget action movie, in which he can bring a log of technique to fighting scenes. Rollins made his acting debut in the high-profile campy franchise Sharknado, but Captain America 4 will represent his first major role in a feature film, and good for him. I always like it when people get opportunities. I mean, like, listen, I want to be honest. I never thought that Dave Bautista or John Cena were very good actors when they first started out, but now that they've kind of grown into their own, I don't think they're Oscar winners, but I do think that they have, you know, grown in their talent as actors. And I see this Seth Rollins guy. Maybe it won't be his first. I mean, Sharknado. I didn't see him in Sharknado. I only saw the first one. If he was in Sharknado, I don't remember him, but hopefully his acting chops can, you know, gradually get better, and he'll be in a Denis Villeneuve movie. You never know. All right. So who is Seth Rollins in playing on Captain America 4? New speculations seem to suggest that Rollins is set to play a member of the Serpent Society, which I've also thought maybe he was, a group of supervillains who had their debut in the Captain America comic books. As the name suggests, the members have snake-themed code names, but we're yet to find out which one of them Rollins will be. As set photos make clear, chances that Rollins is indeed a Serpent Society member are huge, since he's sporting an outfit that matches the group's attire. And I'm playing this video below me and everything, so you see that. Captain America 4 title changed in the horizon. It is not the only piece of news that has been leaking about the future of the Marvel entry. Captain America 4, which was originally titled Captain America New World Order, which I didn't like that. Now that I've said that out loud, this video will probably get one of those little things in the comment section about how like the context of me saying NWO, because that's what happens anytime I use New World Order in a video. They always like flag it and everything, and they're like so yeah, but anyways, they're changing the title good, because for people like myself, it just gets really annoying. Anyways, okay, so it says it is reportedly about to get a title change. It's not uncommon for movies to change their titles during or even after filming. The difference here is that the new Cap movie had its title revealed way ahead of the premiere, and maybe now Marvel is not feeling it. If the title indeed changes, they'll probably angle towards something that's more catchy or shifts the focus of what we can expect the movie to be about, which, you know, I mean, I'm not sure. I can't remember if I read something about what the movie is about, but it sounds like there's going to be like a super soldier for every country. And I've done, you know, casting stuff for it. I'll leave it in the iCard section and everything. And then, but yeah, I'm not excited to see this movie. Okay, Captain America 4 is set to be one of the standout titles from Phase 5. Is it, though? I mean, they might be course correcting with all of this, because Phase 4 was such a complete abortion. Like, it was such a disaster area. If you liked Phase 4, that's fine. I don't hold anything against you. It's just you might have a little bit of a character flaw. Totally cool. Whatever. You know, that's how I like pineapple on my pizza. People say that's a character flaw. I get it. So it's like, whatever. Not only it features the first outing of Anthony Mackie as the title character after changing alter egos in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but it's also set to bring back long-lost character Betty Ross, which I totally approve of, who we've last seen in The Incredible Hulk. The movie will also feature Harrison Ford making his MCU debut, while also taking over the role of Thaddeus Ross, originally played by the late William Hurt. Yeah, he's going to take over just this one movie. I heard he's just going to be in this one and done kind of thing, but he will also be playing the Red Hulk. He's going to be changing. I guess there's going to be a lot of like that, like the Hulk blood was a part of it now, and now it's going to, I'm not quite sure what they're going to do with all this nonsense. I'm pretty sure Feige didn't have a plan for this, and you know, and now he's all like, all right, we got to change things up because Phase 4 was a complete disaster. The movie is directed by Julius Anna and written by Dylan Musan and Malcolm Spellman. Aside from Tyler, Mackie, and Ford, the Captain America also features all these other fun people, which we're not going to go through, and it will be in movie theaters on May 3rd, 2024. And that's it on that article. So I'm playing the video down below right here of what this wrestler looks like below me. And in all honesty, his outfit looks fine. You know, it doesn't look anything crazy. I mean, it's nothing, you know, special. But okay, so here is the costume. Besides the video down below, here is the costume. And this is the Twitter account that posted it. I don't want you to, I want to give credit to where credit is due. But here is the costume, and you can see him right here. Here's another member. I don't know who that actress is, but here's another member of the Serpent Society. And I have to be honest, Seth Rollins looks good here. I think that this costume is, you know, I mean, is it the best costume in the world? No, but I think that he looks good. And like they said in this article, I think that they do have a uniformity to their costuming. They also have this blonde hair, you know. I think so. That I think he looks good. You know, that's just the end of that. I think that he looks good. I'm not excited for this movie just because Marvel has they've already burnt this bridge and everything, so they're gonna have to earn back my trust in terms of whether or not I think they're putting out quality work. But I do think that this is good for Seth Rollins, and good for him. I'm glad that he got the opportunity to prove himself as an actor. And I hope he gets more opportunities going forward. Maybe his character won't die like a lot of Marvel villains, and he can come back later on. We'll see. You never know. All right. So that is my first story of the week. So for my second story of the week, you guys, the Star Wars Galactic Cruiser is closing. I know I'm not the first one to post a video about this, and it has happened earlier in the week, but I wanted to talk about this because I had covered it before. So here is a picture of what the stuff was supposed to look like. The the concept art of it and everything. Or maybe this is a real picture. I don't know. But this was supposed to be, you know, they're this great big, you know, I've done videos of this, but this was supposed to be a hotel, okay? And people go and then they have an experience, you know, like a LARPing experience for less than 24 hours. And the biggest problem was it cost way too freaking much. It was way too much. Like for a family of 4, I think it's like $6,000 or close to $6,000. And let me just say right now, me personally, I am a family of 4. I have me, my wife, and my 2 kids. I would not spend $6,000 to go to this hotel. Like that's the thing for this experience. And I mean, I'm sorry. And then like you go to Galaxy's Edge, but I'm all like, they should have just made this a hotel that you could stay at, and it's not like a bunker that you stay in. So let's go through this article. I hate that this comes from DW Network. I wish they wouldn't do these ads like this at the bottom, but whatever. It says breaking news. It says, which is not breaking now, but it says Star Wars Galactic Cruiser closing permanently in September. Disney has announced that the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser is closing permanently in this September. The final voyage will be September 28th. Disney's statement on the matter reads, let's read this statement. And we're going to talk about this a little bit more because I have thoughts. So it says, Star Wars Galactic Cruiser Star Wars Galactic Cruiser is one of the most creative projects ever and has been praised by our guests and recognized for setting a new bar for innovation and immersive entertainment. I mean, okay, way to spin this. This premium experience gave us the opportunity to try new things on a smaller scale of 100 rooms, and we will take what we've learned to create future experiences that can reach more of our guests and fans. Why don't you try not making it so expensive to go to? Like that's the thing. They wanted to like immerse you, but you had to pay. You want that immersion? You got to pay for it. We will be contracting guests booked for voyages departing on or after September 30th to discuss their options and modify their plans. To prioritize these guests, we are pausing new bookings until May 26th. We are so proud of all of the cast members and Imagineers who brought Star Wars Galactic Cruiser to life and look forward to delivering an excellent experience for guests during the remaining voyages over the coming months. And I love how this is all happening all at once. I mean, and I want to talk about this and Kathleen Kennedy, because she is the architect of all this nonsense. And I want to talk about that after we get through this article because there's not too much left. Okay. Oh, also, they said they're thank you for the cast members. The cast members didn't know that they were getting fired, you guys, that this was closing until the day they announced it. And I'm all like, what? Like, that's insane. The announcement comes after months of disappointing occupancy. The Galactic Starcruiser debuted just over a year ago, which is so sad. And while bookings were at capacity for a while, the current operations had reached a point where there were only enough guests to fill one dinner service. Low occupancy cruises were being canceled, and rumors indicated that Disney was opting not to renew many entertainment cast contracts. They began offering discounts to Disney Vacation Club members and cast members recently as well. The Star Cruiser won the TIFI Award for Outstanding Achievement in Brand Experience last year. Who cares? I mean, I don't care. That means nothing to people like me. Like us blue-collar workers that are just going to work to pay our mortgage and stuff and put food on the table. We don't care about how many awards you've won, Disney and Star Wars. I'm looking to get my money's worth on the thing. Like, I don't know about you, but if I went to this Star Wars cruiser, I'd be like, I want those blue shrimp on the loop. I want them every single, like when that cup is empty, I want a new one right in front of me. And I want drinks, but drinks you had to pay for, like cocktails. Like this was like a cruise liner, but you weren't on the ocean. Okay, so it says before the Star Wars Starcruiser opened, it went through waves of selling out, followed by mass cancellations. Right before the grand opening in March 2022, several months were completely booked. Despite generally positive reactions, cancellations increased after opening. Back in May 2022, CEO Bob Chapek boasted of continued high demand for the Star Cruiser. Was it though? And expectation for the 2-night experience to reach 100% utilization for the third quarter, meaning they expected the Star Cruiser to continue to reach capacity for each voyage. I mean, that's a load of bull. So it says, the Star Cruiser offered a 3-day. It was not 3 days, you guys. It was less than 48 hours. They try to say that 2-night immersive Star Wars adventure on a fictitious cruise ship where guests became part of a conflict between the Resistance and the First Order. It included an excursion to Batuu, themed meals, and live entertainment. So I want to talk about something real quick, and then we'll get into this price, which we've talked about the whole time. So I saw a video, I believe by WDW, but their YouTube channel, that Star Wars, they had a sit-down meeting where they talked to the heads, and I'm pretty sure Kathleen Kennedy was involved. And they sat down and they said, all right, here's the thing. Do we want to move forward with this, First Order Resistance thing, especially with the Star Cruiser and Batuu, the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge? Do we want to move forward and keep this theming, or do we want to move back to the old school Star Wars, to the first trilogy? And they didn't go back to the original trilogy and change everything over because it was going to be too expensive. They would have to strip down everything, rebuild stuff, and it was just going to cost way too much money. And they weren't. Then right now they're trying to save money. So, I mean, and this is going to save money because they don't have to operate that stuff and pay out contracts to these actors and stuff like that. But I just want to say, this is all Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger's fault. Bob Iger is the one that okayed this crap. Bob Iger put the stamp of approval on this. Everybody wants to blame Bob Chapek for all this stuff, and I'm pretty sure he had a little bit of a role in this, but this is all Bob Iger's fault. He okayed this crap. He was all like, listen to Kathleen Kennedy like she freaking knew what she was talking about. I'm sorry. I don't understand Kathleen Kennedy defenders. I really don't get you. She's made bad decision after bad decision. And I hope that this is just one of those things that adds up to her getting fired. I mean, it probably won't, because for some odd reason, people in Star Wars and in Hollywood fail upwards. And I don't understand that process of thinking. Like, if I did not do my job properly, I would get fired. If I kept messing up, I would get fired. They'd be like, listen, you're not doing what you said you would do when you started working here. And so therefore we have to let you go because you're not holding up to our standard of what we expected you to do. And that's what Kathleen Kennedy is doing. She's not making them any money with Star Wars. I mean, everything coming out of Star Wars is just complete crap. I mean, did you see Mando season 3? That was a complete disaster, in my opinion. I mean, it had some cool things in there, but for the most part, it was just stupid. So there, that's going downhill. And that's what I saw on, I believe it was WDW. Do not quote me on that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they had said that they were thinking about switching back, and then they ultimately decided not to because of cost. Speaking of cost, it also has a high price tag with trips starting at $4,809 for two guests for a standard cabin. And have you seen those cabins? They're freaking gross. Which has one queen size bed and two twin size bunks. You know what I thought would be really funny? You know how you see people taking all these videos? Why didn't a porn star go and film a porn in one of these like hotel rooms? They could have totally gotten like, I mean, I'd watch it, like gotten some Twi'lek Liku and then like just like, banged it out in a room that no pun intended. That would have, they could have gotten they still have time though. They still have time. You porn stars, you make enough money. You could afford the $5,000 price tag on this. Okay. So the price increases if you add more guests, with a family of 4 looking at upwards of $6,000 for a standard cabin. Guests can also reserve larger rooms, such as a Galaxy class suite that sleeps up to 6 people in 2 bedrooms. The even larger Grand Captain suite sleeps up to 8 guests at an even higher price point. It's insane how much this crap is. Curious about the full experience? Check out the guide to everything on the Star Wars Galactic Cruiser and our honest, in-depth review. Okay, we're not going to look at all that stuff. I have pictures of the Galactic Cruiser down below going up and stuff, but this just like, you guys, this, first off, they deserve everything they get. You know, it's like the Joker says at the end of the Joker, you get what you frickin' deserve. And they deserve this. They did this. Kathleen Kennedy did this. She deserves to get fired. I heard Indiana Jones is terrible. I mean, I've been reading some of the reviews and it sounds like it's a big nightmare also. And that's Kathleen Kennedy, you know? And Bob Iger, I'm sorry, but Bob Iger deserves to be ridiculed and blamed for this also. And I said it before. He gave the okay on this crap. He put his stamp of approval. He gave the green light. They built this while he was CEO. He does not deserve to get away with getting a free pass on this. Daddy Iger is to blame just as much as Kathleen Kennedy. We should be criticizing him so much for this nonsense also. I think he should get fired also. They shouldn't have brought him back because he did not help the situation with all, like, everybody wants to act like he's the savior now, but no, it's like if I pushed you off of a building and then as you were falling down, I ran down to the bottom of the building and I caught you and I said, now thank me for saving you. Okay. That's what this is like with Bob Iger. So this is not much longer for this world. This ship is going down in flames. It is crashing on the planet of Batu, and I do not feel sorry for them in the slightest. Rest in peace, but not really. What is this called? The halogen or whatever this ship is called. I hope they make a video of you blowing up, and that'd be fun. And the captain be like, oh no, and that'd be super cool. All right. So that is my second story of the week, you guys. And for my final story of the week, talk about a crazy week for Disney. But I'm doing this story. This one I got 2 articles for this story. This comes from IGN, and Willow ended less than 6 months ago, and now it's leaving Disney Plus, you guys. Forget you, Willow. Willow is just a complete disaster area. If you liked Willow, I can't help you. There's something wrong with you. I don't know what to do with you. I can't help you. I don't know how to tell you to fix it, but it's just a complete nightmare. Let's read this article and then I'll both these articles, then we'll talk about it. Okay, numerous shows are set to leave Disney Plus and Hulu next week. I'm only going to talk really about Willow, but we'll talk about the other shows a little bit. The most prominent of them being Willow, which wrapped up its run less than 6 months ago. First reported by Deadline, the move will see more than 24 shows leave the streaming service as part of a broader cost-cutting measures by Disney. Apart from Willow, Disney will be removing Y: The Last Man from Hulu. Terrible show. I only watched the first episode. I was like, I'm out, done, not interested. Turner and Hooch from Disney Plus. Love Turner and Hooch. Oh wait, the show maybe not. And more. The movie is good. Here are a list of the other stuff leaving. A lot of this is like stuff that I just don't care about. Yeah, a lot of this is just stuff I don't care about. I'm trying to look and see if there's anything that I would be like, oh no. They did get rid of Howard, but I heard they're putting that back on, that Howard Ashman documentary. And Howard Ashman, I love Howard Ashman. I wish he hadn't died. I always think about what he could have done with other Disney movies if he had not have died. Because he seemed like such a kind person. The Move, watch the movie. If you want to really get a sense of Howard Ashman, watch the movie Waking Sleeping Beauty. It talks about the Disney Renaissance and, like all these, again, Howard Ashman, he wrote the music for Beauty and the Beast and The Little Mermaid. And and if you watch behind the scenes stuff with him and talking to Jodie, what's her name that did the voice of Ariel? Just watch him like directing her and her singing. He's just a master at his craft, and I wish he hadn't have died. Oh, the move follows Disney CEO Bob Iger's mandate to cut content on its streaming platforms after losing more than $1 billion on the platform. Remember when they were like all gung-ho about this and they didn't plan ahead? Smart geniuses, huh? According to a report by Variety, Iger is targeting $3 billion in savings in 2023. Getting rid of Kathleen Kennedy, who greenlit this, would be one of those $3 billion possibilities. The removal will reportedly come with a content impairment charge of 1.5 billion to 1.8 billion. I think it says it in this article, or it might be in a different one that I read, but it's also they will get a tax write-off for getting this off of their streaming service. And they will also get they'll be also able to give it to other streaming platforms and charge them to play their content on their streaming platforms, like Tubi and stuff. Tubi will pay them to stream that on their stuff. So it says Willow's removal will come less than 6 months after the completion of its only season, which wrapped up in January. The revival of Ron Howard's 1988 fantasy film was heavily promoted by Disney, but it received a lukewarm reception from fans and critics and was subsequently canceled in March. I don't know. I mean, I know some people that absolutely loved it, and I'm all like, I don't know. I can't help you. I don't know what to do with you, but it was bad. It was just terrible. The writing on that was just horrendous. Now, it will be removed from the service entirely. They gave us 6 months, not even. This business has become absolutely cruel, writer John Bickerstaff wrote in response. Well, you know what, John Bickerstaff, it deserved to get off of there because it's terrible. You're a crappy writer, and I hope you never work again for making an abortion of a show. So screw you, dude. I don't feel bad for you at all. The removal of dozens of shows from platforms such as Max have raised major concerns about media preservation. With few receiving physical releases, more and more shows seem fated to disappear entirely. Fans have responded by uploading lost episodes of their favorite shows to archive.org and other mediums, but their efforts have mostly been piecemeal. I don't know what that means. IGN has reached out to Disney for comment. Shows listed and slated leave March or May 26th, which as of right now is I think it's past. No, it'll be next week, Friday, as of filming this. So let me just hop over to another article from comicbook.com. I'm not a huge fan of this website, but we're just going to go through it. It says, Willow fans, writers stunned by Disney Plus removing series. Absolutely cruel. I'm sad. And this says on May 26th, Willow will be no more on Disney Plus. Hold on, I want to get, because all they do is mention it here. So this is the tweet we just saw from John Bickerstaff, which I just go, oh, John Bickerstaff, you wrote a crappy show and nobody likes it. Boo-hoo. Remember when the creator, what's his name, cast and was all like, oh, we're not canceled. We're just taking a break. We're just on hiatus for a long time. But we're coming back the 10th of February. All right, so it says, well, you work on something for years, pour your heart and soul into it. If this is your heart and soul, then your heart and soul is crappy. Like you just don't have one, because this was just nonsense. It was so bad. Oh man, I just lost it. Okay. Heart and soul into it, as do hundreds of other artists. You make it during a global pandemic far from home, then it is canceled before it even has a chance to finish airing. Hulu's Why the Last Man showrunner Eliza Clark tweeted, then it is disappeared. Okay, well, that show deserved that too. I don't feel bad for any of these people. I don't feel bad for any of this. Okay, the 8-episode first season of Willow, which was crap, which premiered in November, served as a sequel to the 1988 Ron Howard directed fantasy film and saw Warwick Davis reprise his role as the Nelwyn sorcerer Willow Oathgood. Developed by John Kasdan, Solo, a Star Wars story. Yeah, you deserve nothing, but you deserve what you get. Like the Joker said, I said it before, like the Joker says at the end of the Joker, you deserve what you frickin' get. The series featured a diverse and international cast that included Ruby, all these nonsensical people that nobody cares about. Fans had similarly stunned reactions to the removal news. Disney Plus purging Willow is such a pathetic move. Purging any content already bought and paid for is a pathetic move. Collider's Maggie Lovett tweeted, who cares, Maggie Lovett? Go suck it. Maggie Lovett can suck it, for real. And here's why. You guys are simping for like the crappiest of shows. And it's all because of diversity and inclusion. Well, listen, I am fine with diversity and inclusion, but you guys keep putting diversity and inclusion in the crappiest of projects, which makes me go, every project that they say diversity inclusion is going to be bad. It's just going to be bad writing. That's what you've proven with this crap. So stop being like diverse and inclusive and just write a good show, and then just happen to cast a transgender actor or a person of color, and then but just make a good something good. This was bad, by the way. Willow was just terrible. It was bad. All right. They better shop it to another streamer and not just bury it. Not just bury it. Another Twitter user criticized a multi-billion-dollar company removing a show that hasn't even been out for half a year due to cost-cutting reasons, while others praised the show for its hopeful, love-led storytelling with diversity and queerness forefront. Oh, get the hell out of here. I mean, there was the lesbian storyline, but that wasn't the forefront. I mean, you just had an angry lesbian, and then you had her passive aggressive girlfriend, and I'm just like, okay, yay. Let's see. We are in the process of reviewing the content on our DTC, direct to customer service, to align with the strategic changes in our approach to content curation, Disney CFO Christy McCarthy said during the company's earnings call last week. By the way, they've lost, I think it was another 4 million subscribers, and her talking about giving it to other places is a good idea. I think that put it on Apple, Apple and other places where you can purchase it, and then put it on another streaming service where they will pay you for your content. I mean, that's what I think Sony does. And and put it on like Netflix and stuff. Netflix will pay you. They need the stuff for their subscribers. It's just bad. Hold on, let's see if there's anything else down here. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about these. Willow deserves the world, but the world doesn't deserve Willow. Oh my God, you're right. Putting Willow into the world, we don't deserve that. What did we do? What did we do to deserve that? Besides, live our lives, and you gave us that piece of crap. Yeah, you were punishing us, not the other way around. All right, so that is my third and final story of the week. I'd say rest in peace, Willow, but I don't want you to have any peace. Screw you. All right, you guys, those are my stories of the week. Tell me, what do you guys think about this? How do you feel about Seth Rollins being in Captain America 4? Do you like this idea? Do you not like this idea? Do you jump on the thing of him being part of the Serpent Society? How do you feel about this costume? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Tell me what you guys think about all this stuff. I mean, I think it's pretty good, cool. I mean, good for Seth Rollins. And if any wrestler, they're starting to hire more wrestlers. They had what's her face on The Mandalorian, and I just go, good for you guys. Make that money. Get in there. Try put your feet in the pond and see if you can get get more in and everything. So good for Seth Rollins. I can't wait to see him in this movie. I'm not excited for the movie. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just these Disney these Marvel movies have really burnt this bridge, and they're gonna have to really earn my trust back in terms of quality for these movies. All right, so and then also tell me, how do you guys feel about the Galactic Starcruiser ending? I mean, is this something that you care about or no? Because personally, I don't really care about this. I mean, I say good riddance, because they did it to themselves. I mean, but like I said before, and I blame Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger for this whole thing. I mean, maybe Chapek has a little bit to do with it, because he went a little cheaper on this stuff. But I still go, you guys don't deserve my sympathy, because the stuff they had put in the Galactic Starcruiser was originally supposed to go into Galaxy's Edge, but they just want to keep siphoning off money from you. And I just go, you know what? Good riddance. Go down in flames, Galactic Starcruiser. Go down in flames. The Halcyon, that's what its name is. I what did I call it before? The Halogen? That's funny. And anyways, and then also tell me, how do you guys feel about Willow leaving Disney Plus? Is this something that you're sad over, like a complete simp, or is this something you're just like, it really doesn't matter to me because I didn't like Willow? Like me, I'm sorry, Willow was bad. I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. They bastardized a property when they could have made it great. They just wanted to add in this, this nonsensical, political stuff and all that. And identity politics and everything. And I'm just not interested in that. Daddy's not interested in that. But it's like I said, it's leaving Disney Plus next week. What is it, Friday? By the time by this filming, I'm not quite sure. And I say, like I said, good riddance. So tell me what you guys think about all of this. If you like any of it, you can go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind if you mention. Please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next week on my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye.
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my Week in Review.